The airport business is a complex puzzle that's affected by many factors: airline route planning, passenger flows, local and international regulation, as well as trends in the global economy. Data from the Airport Council International in 2017 shows that African airports perform below the average global profit margin of 40%. So how exactly can the continent's airport increase profits to match their running costs? That's our topic on this edition. Plus, Medview Airline says it's coming out of the woods of its recent challenges. A warm welcome to Aviation this week on Channels Television. I'm Bukola Jo Kitumbi.
Airports are an integral part of the aviation industry that provides 58 million jobs down the value chain worldwide, contributes $2.4 trillion to global gross domestic product, while the value of international trade shipped by air reached $6.8 trillion in 2015. While most airports are seen as places where airlines do business as aircraft take off and land, the International Air Transport Association also describes airports as business complexes that include hangars, fuel depots, petrol stations, shopping malls, and office complexes. Some also link major roads, railway hubs, and some others close to the sea. With efforts made over the years by African countries to significantly improve the state of aviation infrastructure on the continent, African states still need to upgrade facilities, improve operations, as well as declare profits.
Many African airports still operate the traditional airport business model, which focuses and survived on revenue from aeronautical sources. In a complex field that required responsiveness, the change in management and the business environment are inevitable to meet the expectation of customers. According to the ACI Africa survey made in 2017, non-aeronautical revenues account only for an average of 15% of airport revenues, which is far below the global average of 40% or 70% in some airports. To address these issues, African airports need to transform their business to take advantage of the partnership with industry, implement new ideas, create new products.
We are currently sitting at about 49% of non-aeronautical income as opposed to aeronautical, and we have set ourselves a goal that by 2025, on a sustainable basis, non-aeronautical revenue must account for no less than 55% of our total revenue, so that there's less of a reliance on the regulated income.
Running airport operations effectively will require a change in strategy. This top manager shares the story of her country.
We are rebuilding the airports. Right now we have a new airport which was commissioned in 2013 in Livingston. We are 70% complete with the airport in Lusaka. Now this is the exciting time and the exciting story, because that airport is not just going to be a terminal building. We have built a hotel and we're already in the market shopping for a hotel manager. We have built a shopping mall. We are in the market to shop for a mall manager and obviously people to come and run shops in the malls. We have expanded the terminal building to include a larger space for commercial businesses, duty-free shops, restaurants, you name it. We're basically transforming from just putting infrastructure for airlines and passengers, but to improve the experience. While we're improving that experience, we're actually increasing our bottom line.
Ghana is not left out. Its popular Kotoka has a third terminal added to the mix.
We came up with what we call the airport city concept, So now the land, we have landside properties that we've turned into a whole city with various business options. We have malls, we have restaurants, we have hotels, all in that area. We are going up to set up a new one, Airport City 2, which will go with the same concept, and also now introduce light industries and other facilities that we hope will attract revenues and investors and give us more revenue so that our non-aeronautical investment revenue share would go higher. In the next few months, we are going to commission our new ultramodern terminal at Kotoka International Airport, which is Terminal 3, and we think that is going to be our game changer.
Achieving terminal competitiveness and a high level of user-friendliness across the continent is also dependent on the human resources available.
And the success really depends on the commitment that you can get from your senior management staff right to the bottom. As you know, staff are primarily concerned with their well-being, with their promotional aspect.
As revenues are stagnating and most airports in Africa needing cash to expand, the success stories of some of the airports are tied to private-public partnerships which may well provide the needed cash for expansion to cope with the demand for flights in the future.